Good morning, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK, coming to you from a rainy Lincolnshire this morning. So not as cold as yesterday, so my fingers aren't frozen, and the sky's not too dark. It's a little bit dark, not too bad, but it's raining, and I'm hoping it's not going to get too heavy, because I'm in a conservatory and you won't be able to hear me if it does, so fingers crossed. So hello and good morning, welcome everybody, nice to have you here with me. Welcome to new subscribers, it's lovely to have you here, and hello to everybody who's visited me regularly, especially those that are commenting and chatting with me. Love it, thank you. So we're still working on the winter stories journal with digitals from AfterMidnightDesign. So it's a very blue journal that I'm working on. It's not Christmas, it is winter. But it's blue, silver, white, all the chilly colours. And yesterday I thought there would be one more video to finish it off, and whatever I don't get done today I will do off camera, and then it'll be a flip through, but I'm hoping we might get it done. Just needs a little bit of embellishment and a couple more pieces, so let's not waste time and get on in case the rain arrives. So I've got with me a tray of embellishments. I think if you've seen the other videos you've seen most of these. I've got a few blue tickets out, labels I should say, out extra. I've cut him out of something that we didn't use. Yeah, label there. On the whole, it's all stuff that you've already seen. I wanted a couple of something different, pockets or flips or something that I didn't have. I hadn't made anything up apart from what came in the kit, and there are lots of pockets left in the kit. I just fancied something a little bit different, just to ring the changes a little bit. So I've decided on a couple of these. Once these are in, it really is going to be full, so that will be it. I don't want to stuff it any more than it already is. So I was thinking I'll put them on the page as a flip out, so journaling on the back, and yeah, the pocket there. I was just thinking I could do with, it's going to be a flip, but I could do with a big chunk out of that pocket. I think I might do that when I've covered it. Okay, and I found some pieces, or a piece that I've cut in half, of paper that was in my scrap, and I use it up scrap. Don't know if it's a misprint or something, but it's double-sided, but this is a cider one, and I was thinking of just basically covering them, and then sticking an embellishment. No, not there, that's going to be the journal side. That's gluey, I'm trying not to stick it down. Yeah, so I was thinking of doing that on there. The only other thing I've brought along with me is this. You've used to hearing this from me now, so this is another one of my charity shop finds. It is decoupage papers. It only cost me 50p. I've not seen the name before, but I'm sure it looks a good one, so I'm sure some of you will have heard of it. And it said 3 sheets in it, and there are 3 sheets in it. And I initially thought it was just tissue paper, but I was going to say I don't think you can see through it, but you can when you hold it up to the light. But when it's down, I don't think you can. Oh, you can. There you go then, that just shows you, doesn't it? Now, would I like that showing through there, so it's obvious what it is? I don't want to completely hide it. No, I think I want to hide it just because, that would be nice for another journal, but just because this is, you know, it's not a junk journal where the junk is showing, you know, so it's obvious that there's bits of text and envelopes and things like that. So yeah, I'll go with my original, which is to stick this on the front. I only want it on that bit, don't I? There, like that. Sorry, I'm not sure if I'm in camera or not. I don't think. I'm going to lift you up a little bit more. Don't know if that gives you a wider view. I know it takes you further away from me, and it's nice to be up close, but it's either a wide view or an up close view. And unfortunately, with the up close views, I tend to move off camera. Okay, we'll give this one a go. I was quite pleased with yesterday's view, so I hope we're very similar to that. What am I doing? I think I'm sticking that on there. Nice straight edge anywhere. Yes, there, like that. Okay, got it. And I'm using my glue stick. It's got a big blob on the end. Get rid of that because it's paper to paper, and these brown wage slip envelopes or coin envelopes. Those of a certain age like me will remember getting your wages in them, which was cash. Yeah, they grab really well. I just need to know where that bends up. They grab the glue really well is what I was trying to say. So can I be clever and no? But you can always try. But no, I couldn't get two sides on. Well, maybe could have if I take my time a bit more, but that just wouldn't be me, would it? So again, I'm not going to put an awful lot in these. The journal is, you know, it's going to be weighty enough really with what's in it already. So it might just be some paper, it might just be a couple of the tags that are left over. Let's fold that over because it's gluey. Yep, so when that's inked round, I can just put a, oh no, don't do that. Gosh, I need to put something on there. Right, I've also brought with me, out of my scrap box, some strips, scrap strips. So, and this will be a good way to use up some of the tiddly ones, won't it? Let's find something I can just pop over that glue. Don't want anything too weighty though. I really just want thin copy paper. Now, that one is actually going to be stuck down, isn't it? No, it's not. It's going to be on show, yeah. So we want something pretty-ish on it. So shall we go with that? I think we shall. I do like hearing the rain here on the windows, as long as it's not too loud. When it's really bad, it was really bad the other day for hours and hours. It kind of drove me mad in the end because it was, you know, it wasn't peaceful, it was painful. Whoops. But to just hear it like this faintly, I really like it. The only concern is that it gets heavy. Have I done that upside down now? I've got double-sided stenciled paper by the looks of it. Stenciled tea-stained paper. Right, are you stuck? So I'm right, aren't I? You're the bit that's showing. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't think the envelope's actually folded square. I know that might be me as well, but obviously that will be inked round so it won't show. Yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? So what am I going to put on the back to write on? Anything? Or am I just, I do like a bit of the just the craft look. Obviously I need something down there. I'm wondering if to just, let's see what a teared piece I was going to say. There's some excellent English for you. A teared piece. Also known as a torn piece. What would that look like next to that piece? And I'm going to take a divot out of there, aren't I? If you know what I mean, a bit of a hole, a chunk, a thumb hole, or whatever you call it. That's what I'm going to take out of there when it's dry. Otherwise I'm asking for all sorts of, yeah. So do I want to take it a bit closer up like that? Let's have a look where that is. No, because it won't open, will it? So it's better further back and yeah, being inked in there, which I can do when I fold it over. Yeah, so let's just put it down nice and square. And then fill anything in with ink that doesn't look how I want it to. Does that look square? Didn't do as much as I thought. Yeah, so it'll be flipped like that. That will be the writing spot. wondering if it just wants a little bit of counter grassy something. Let's bring this tray in so that you can see what I'm digging on, or in, perhaps I should say, what I'm digging in. I also brought some words along. I don't think I showed you those, did I? Brought some words along, and I brought the corners along because I think it was Wanda. I did say that she asked me how I did them, so I did say I would do them on camera. Oops. No, don't think it wants anything too much like that. I've got a bit of music paper out somewhere. I'm sure I did. Yeah, I see it. Oh yeah, that's the same, similar sort of colouring as well. Do we want some music down here? I haven't got any in the journal anywhere. I mean, obviously I want it for writing on, really. So it only needs to be let's ink a little piece up and have a look, because sorry, you probably didn't see any of that. Yeah, these little things always look completely different when they're inked up. Actually, I might want it screwed up a bit more. It looked a bit pristine, didn't it? Do we think too much? Still too much of a normal shape, if you like. Yep, there I think. And I am, just for the sake of getting it to the edge, going to art glitter it. Yeah, it's getting a little bit heavier. Not sure if you can hear it or not, but you probably can. Let me know if you like the sound of the rain, like I do. I've got something there. What I need to remember is I've got two of these to do. This is an old ticket. It's not an old ticket. I've got the word ticket on my brain today, haven't I? These words, yeah, for want of a better word, these words that I've got printed out, I've had right from the beginning of my junk journaling days. I think they are Artie May's. Yeah, I'm going to put that up there, just so it's obvious it's for writing on and storing things on. Yeah, so I mean, I've printed them off a few times, obviously. When I say I've had them right from the beginning, that's a croaky voice for you. But yeah, you may well have seen them in quite a few of my projects, and I've definitely seen them on other people's projects, so they're popular. So yeah, I definitely want to divot in there, but I want it to dry, and it's going to open out that way. We need to get the top. I want to ink it as well, but I want it to dry a little bit before I do that. And what do we want on the front is the next question. Nothing too much. What did I have left? There's some circles and things left, didn't I, in the kit? What do I think to that? I just cut that out of a tab that I wasn't using. Yeah, I think that one, because it's already got the brown ink around it. Yeah, go on. Let's be extravagant and use the art glitter. Yeah, so I like the contrast, the cream background against this blue. I like the fact that I've already inked it in the brown, because I think I will go around the whole envelope in the brown. And I'm just wondering if I'd like a little bit of, I don't want to overdo it. Which way are we opening? Yeah, I'm going to open that way, so I wonder if a little bit of this vintage lace, don't know if you can see, it has, probably not, can you? It's really old. I got it in a second-hand shop and it really smelt, if you remember, in the summer. Had to wash it, but it's got like glitter through it. It's not glitter, whatever they used for silver thread. decades ago, because I think that's when it's from. Yeah. Oh, I've got stuff stuck to my scissors. Yeah, I think that'd be nice on that. And I'll just do it with a little bit of art glitter. It's very light, it's not going to take much sticking down, I don't think. I think if I leave it long enough, I'll trim it when it's dry. Yeah. Okay, so you may or may not see this stuck in, depends how long it takes. Yep, that's all I'm going to do there. I just need it to dry to ink. So let's do something similar with the other one, but probably want this one to flip out the other way, don't I? So if that one's going that way, I need that one go. Is that right? Well, I don't suppose it matters until I start decorating it, does it? Because then it's got to be the right way up. Okay, let's do this again. Which side do we like? That one. Whoops. Got a big woolly jumper on this morning and everything's sticking to me. I mean a woolly jumper as well. It's nearly past my knees. It is an Aran jumper. A cable jumper. I knitted it many years ago. And it's, you know, proper wool, real wool, not just yarn. And it grows and it grows and it grows every year. It's not the sort of jumper really you'd go out in, although perhaps the kids of today would, because they like stuff like that. Sort of a sloppy Joe, but oh, I love it in winter. It's my favourite go-to at home jumper for warmth and comfort. And yeah, I bet you all have one, don't you? Or is it just me? Right, so what did I do? What did I remind myself? Yeah, I just put a strip down to cover that, and it wasn't particularly, in fact I tried not to make it, yeah, I don't think it even needs to go up there, does it, if I do that underneath it. Oh, I've got a crick in my leg. The old age catching up on me. Yeah. Yep, so I like that I'm getting some scrappy bits used up as well. I got them out because after I said to you yesterday when I turned the video off that I wanted to put something else in it, I was thinking, what haven't I made for a while? I seem to be making the same old pieces of ephemera over and over again. And then I suddenly thought, I used to love making notebooks. I think I probably made so many, you know, that I got fed up of putting them in the journals. But I was thinking, I'll show you in a minute, but those two long pockets, front and back, I was thinking, you know, they need something in them. I was thinking of making a couple of long scrappy notebooks that, you know, the owner of the journal can use as a notebook or a tear off, or, you know, can just take out of it if I want it a bit thinner to use for something else. Yep, so I put a little bit of music or something down here, didn't I? I put something different on this one. What about a piece of that? Yep, so this came from Crafting with Kathy in Happy Mail. Where's my blue? And it's got, I think it's homemade paper. Well, it is homemade paper. I think she made it. It's got glitter in it. So when I edge it with the blue, it goes perfectly in this project. Yeah, I'm going to have a blob of that down there. Don't want something behind it. Stop it being just a blob. I know. Ooh, I know I'm detracting from the. That's just too bulky. Little label somewhere, didn't I? What did I do with them? Did I get any little tiny ones out? No. What are you doing in there? And you're going on the edge in a minute. Just that one, but I don't think it goes. No, I think I'm just going to go with it. I don't really know what I'm looking for, to be honest. So I'm using, oh, I've just seen some shiny tape there. That might have been the thing. I'm using Fabri-Tac because it is a very thick, bumpy, textured. What about a piece of that? That's what I was just thinking. I don't know. It's difficult to put down this because it's not washy, so don't tear. I think I might be able to pull it off again if I don't like it. Oh, it's tacky now. Do I want a piece of that under it or not? I don't think I do. Might just go with it up there. Yeah. Yes, that's it. Obviously it will look completely different when it's inked round, and I do want it to be journaled on. It will have the divot cut out of there. I've done it back to front. Did I do this piece first last time? I think I probably did. Try and get it in that square corner there. That would be good, wouldn't it? Let's try. Might glue the paper. Yeah, you are a little bit. But I've spotted another one. There we go. Oh, I'm just wondering if I was completely out of... Yeah, I've definitely got a different angle going on here. Just bear with me a minute to see if I can move you without... Oops. Oh. Yes, I can move you, but not in the right direction. I probably should have turned it off to do that, shouldn't I? But there you go. So sorry if I made you feel ill. I'm hoping that that's it. I must admit, I did set it up in a bit of a hurry this morning. I will be pleased when I'm no longer rushing to do these things, and I keep thinking tomorrow I won't be, tomorrow I've got time, and then something else pops up. So I know you guys understand, those of you that talk to me regular, because you're all sending me lovely messages saying, you know, we're here when you're back properly with us and that kind of thing. So thank you, it really means a lot to me. You know, I do appreciate that. You're not necessarily getting the very best of me at the moment, which is what I would like you to get. I like to be the best I can, or do the best I can for you. Is that right? Which bit's going down? Yeah, now I've got to decide which is the right way up. We're at that point. So yeah, thank you guys, and hopefully it won't be too much longer before I am back with you. So that one's going that way, so I want that one to go that way. Yep, so I'm going to put the lace down first so that I make sure I get it on the right side. And then everything else should be easy. Did we put it that way? No, we put it that way. Oh. There we go. Go on, stick. Yep, I'll trim that down when it's dry, but I'll leave it until it is. Right, we went with this little white cream house on there. So, shall we ring the changes with something round? Oh, the same house look, but round. Yep, I'm going to. Sometimes you can just overthink these things. Obviously one of these will be going at the front and one at the back, so they won't be together. I like that the images tie in. Yep, so I could have, in hindsight, put that on as a tuck or something, but I suppose that would be adding bulk. And again, I could put anything, I could put words or all sorts on there. I don't think I ought to. I think I ought to leave it for oh yeah, it's coming out the back. Has that one stuck? Yes, it has. Is it just that I need to leave you a bit longer? Or have I just not put enough glue down? Who knows? We'll leave it and see. Yep, so I've still got to cut the divots out of those on the back. I've got some nice journaling spot flip outs. Good stuff. Okay, what else was I going to do? Let's have a look at the book then. Oh yeah, those oops, a couple of little notepads for the front and back. So I kind of need this open in front of you, just so that I can gauge roughly the size of what's going in there. Let's just start with a piece. Yeah, I don't want it to be massive. Yeah, so I don't want it really thick, so I'm looking at 4, possibly 5 pieces maximum. And if I tear that down, I'll get a good idea of length of the longest piece as well. Oopsie. That's it. Yep, so that's about a good size. Yeah, so it's going to be a scrappy one because I'm using my scrappy papers, obviously. It's just going to be a tear off pad. So I'm literally going to, I don't know, will I staple it together? Not sure. Let's have a look what we've got here. What lovely bits. That's quite nice. It's green though, but let's take that off. Is it too green? Is it too wide? Let's just try not to make the edges too ratty-tatty. I don't mind that they're not cut straight or whatever. I'll do you with brown as well. Might need some ink on that. I hope my face isn't in that. Now I've got it at a strange angle. Oops, I need some sort of whitish bluey pieces, don't I, to go amongst them. Put that back on there. Oh, what's these? What's these? I don't know, but the whitey blue. I wonder if they were off my last. Nothing much on the back. It's that last blue, I'm thinking that last blue journal that I did. Put some blue around it. It's got a funny little hook piece there, and I'm not going to take it off. I'm going to leave it on. So that's 3. I don't want too much more. I'm wondering if, where's my little tray of things? I had some little, these. Did I only get one out? So I got 2 of those out. Oh yeah, see one there. No, not that. So I want a little piece of this. That bit with the flower. Actually, if I'm going to make 2, if I cut it in half like that, it's a nice piece on there, isn't it? Another piece, I did. 1, 2, 3. How thick are you? I think we can have one more in there. I don't have to have a piece of this. I'll use the rest of this up. Ooh. Yes. Let's. And I'm not making them special torn shapes. I'm going to leave them as they are because they are rip-off. Tear off? Rip-off's not such a good word, is it? Tear off pieces. Let's try and put that, separate that a bit. You're going to be too wide. No, I think you're going to be okay. Do you know what I'm thinking? Let's just stick the stapler out while I'm thinking it. I'm thinking we could put a piece of fabric or lace along the top while we're stapling it in. Have I got anything? No, it'd have to be thin though, wouldn't it? What have I got in here? It's going to go in that pocket. No, so it's also a tear off. What about a piece of that? Too thick. Yeah, so it's a bit of an idea that I got from Justine at House of Mahalo, because I won, if you remember, if you've been with me and watching, I won a giveaway that she had for her 500 subbies. No, she'll be there soon, bless her. 50 subbies. Thinking a bit of that, yes. And she had like a, well, it's here in my camera. She made like a booklet, a journaling spot with some tear off lace in it, which is lovely. Well, cut off. That can use for snippets, and I will. Yeah, so that's kind of a bit like that. Put a piece of that down. That can be a snippet cut off, if you know what I mean. Do I want some lace as well? No, it's going to get too thick, isn't it? Right, let's have a good ink round. Love making these things. They're just so, you can just put as much or as little into it as you want. You can really think about what you put in where, what you like, what you don't like, making, you know, nice little tears, etc. etc. I keep saying that, I've noticed in my videos. Or you can you know, put very little, just put them together like I have today, and just enjoy the process. So, oh dear, I just spotted there a piece of, well, scrap that would have been, you know, swept up and put in the bin when I'm tidying up. And actually it's going to cover that staple lovely. Oh dear. Okay, so I think I'm going to make another one of these for the back. I'm not going to do it with you though. You know, you get the idea now. It's a real easy thing to do, and you can really go to town. Let your imagination fly. Yeah, so I'm going to do the same in the back. Not a really thick one, just a small one like that. These, so if you remember, I backed them and just left them to dry. All I did was round the corners. Will we go in there like that, do you think? No, we had him, I think we had him round the house. That's right, and that one like that. Yeah, something up there. Let's do a little bit of embellishing because we kind of need to move on. I'll clip all these back together when I've made my next little notebook. I might actually sit and make two. I might make one for me stash. That's it. That's better. Let's see what I've got now. Don't forget to do those, Denise. Right, so we're just embellishing when and where. Got a little piece of that lace left there. Should we put that down there? Just to use it up. Looks like it was probably meant to be. Does it show? Was I even showing you what I was doing? I'm not sure it does actually. I've got a piece of this that wants using up as well. No, not yet, but we'll find somewhere for it. Right, I'm thinking that needs something. Whether it just be a cluster, or I found the clusters that I'd lost. They'd gone on, just gone underneath my chest of drawers there. What have we got? A label. I'm thinking about making another thin cluster up. Thing is, that's going to take some drying, isn't it? What else have I got here? Quite like that on there though. What does that say? Listen to your heart. No. This is where the time goes, you see, when I'm, oh, it's this little dinky one, peaceful. I like that. See what he looks like with a touch of blue round him. Oops. It's a tricky little, I don't want it. Just going across there. No lid on me glue. No surprise there, was there? And put a little bit of that in there. Stick that on it, hopefully. Yeah, that's take a few minutes to stick. And I'm just going to put that up there as a header. So I'm going to leave it there to dry, otherwise I'll stick my pages together. Right, I wanted something down the bottom of here, didn't I? Too blue. No. What else have I got? I must put the pin in that. I don't really want anything with any bulk, just a little bit of embellishment. Don't want more music, do I? Got that. Got lots of these little labels. Yeah, music I don't want. No. No. Where's my little pot of things? Here. What did we have left? Oh, that lovely glitter paper. No, I'm not feeling it. Let's, I don't know. No, let's not. I don't want to keep coming back. What do we think to that? No, it's inked in blue, but I think it needs a bit of brown around it. So this is walnut stain. My dobber's starting to get a bit, yeah, let's just give it a bit more oomph. What do we think if we stick it there? Right, I think I'm going to stick that there as a tuck, but not tuck anything in it. I think it's a bit contrived. Oh, I'm tying myself up in knots. Let's just put it down. I'm going to put it down with a bit of Fabri-Tac because the stitching on the back, I find Fabri-Tac the best thing for, oops, nice. I'm going to put that on that piece of paper there. There we go, stay there. Yeah, I find it the best thing. I've tried most of the glues on this type of thing, clusters with stitching on, anything with stitching on, and yeah, I think Fabri-Tac is the way to go. Just wish I think I'm going to go right down at the bottom with it. Could actually doodle and draw and put things on there, couldn't you, if you wanted to? And I'm just thinking, bear with me a minute. Yep, I've got another one of those. Just thinking if I should just shove that in there. Literally. Yeah, that's it. So it's been used as a tuck, but a very thin one. Okay, well done. Right. This. I did come up with a couple of things I might like in there. This, which is from the same kit. I'll go brown with it. So it's a card that can be used for journaling, can be taken out to make something else with, should the owner of the journal wish to do that. And then I wondered about that one behind it because it's the different blue. Is it too much of a different blue? Let's just, oh no, like that. There we go, so I don't have to make that one up. I was going to have to make that one up. Yeah, I was thinking about putting a word there, but there's a lot going on there now, isn't there? I'm also thinking about putting some glitter on that, but that will be a very last minute. Right, this is the page that I want these to go on. The flip outs. So this one on there. So do we think, oh, it's not dry. Dare I try putting a hole in it? Maybe if I put some paper on top of it that is dry. Let's see. Let's see if the paper gods are with us today or against us. Okay, time's are ticking as well. Been on a while. Let's see if we can get these in. Or should it be on the front? Because the front is where it's. Well, it's not. It's wet front and back, isn't it? You're going to go in there. Well, you. Okay, can't see if I'm square or anything. I don't think it matters with a. Ooh. Right, so that worked. I can get in an ink. Oh, I don't know, I'm in a whispering mood this morning, aren't I? Hope you can hear me alright. Oh, maybe I should have done in there before I think it's alright though. Yep, it's fine. That one's going there. Woo, bit heavy there. Not like me. Okay, I don't know if I've asked you if you're well. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all doing something fun. Or got something fun planned, be it crafting or other. Yeah, I appreciate there's a brown strip there, but I don't dislike it. The craft card where I didn't quite get to the end. The craft envelope, I should say. Yeah, I mean, it certainly is a blue journal, this, isn't it? Nobody could say it's not. Nobody could mistake it for anything other than a blue journal. I have embraced the blue for sure, and mixed it up with very little else, which was the intention, and I love it, thoroughly enjoying it. Although when I've done in the same vein, I'll be thrilled to do something of a different colour. Strange, isn't it? Can't wait to get the blue going, although I've done two now. I've got another one planned, but I want some colourful Christmas. Well, botanical Christmas next, I think, which is going to be greens and that type of thing, botanical colours. And then after that, a holly jolly Christmas. That's not the name of it, that's just what I'm calling it. Yep, so a bright Christmas journal. I like that. And again, I'm so tempted to put something up there, but I think that would be lovely for whoever owns the journal to personalise. I want something tucked in there. Now this has been kicking around for a week or so on my desk now. I'll cut it out, I think, with the hope of using it somewhere. So it's a tag that I started to make and never got any further. I won't cut the top yet. Okay, so it's backed and it's got music paper on it, but it just needs something. Aha. What did I do with that? What about some of this? Oh, it's not in its pocket. What about just some of this over the music? Do you think? Is that enough? Oh, I don't know, but I'm going to put it on and then we'll see. Where'd you go? There. No, on the music, Denise, on the music. So, oh yes, I'll get it out of one sheet, one folded piece. Never had decoupage paper before actually. It's quite nice. It's oh yeah, it really is. It really is see-through. It's a bit like, I don't know, I suppose it is a bit like tracing paper, but more the texture feels nicer, smoother, I guess. I know tracing paper's smooth, but this feels even smoother. And yeah, I don't know. It's nice though. I've gone through it now. And those little, it's got like little gold dots on it. They look like snow, don't they, with the bluey grey behind. They've got music and snow. Oh, it cuts nice. Yeah, it cuts very nice. You can just tell a quality paper often when you cut it. They just cut so lovely. Yeah, bet that was a pretty penny when whoever bought it. Not cheap. Yeah, I like that. Excuse me. And I'm not sure. About to cut the corner there, but I'm not sure that's straight. Let's go with that line there that we've got off. Get off. Obviously I need to do something with my scissors. The glues are sticking, I mean the paper's sticking to them. I don't think that's square. Right. So it's going to fit in there fine. I want to make it tag shape slightly, but not too much. Now I wonder how it takes ink. I'm aware that it's very one-sided, that there's a strip down the side, and perhaps some of you would have cut that off so it was just music, you know, so the music was central. But I quite like the what is it, contrast I suppose. Yeah, I like it there. I haven't just left it on for laziness. I quite like that side where there's nothing under it, and I think it'd be good for writing on actually. Now, I think that is a bit too bright bare there. Right, out of paper. I'm going to ever so lightly just bring it down a bit with a little bit of whatever ink is on my dauber, no more, through this Tim Holtz swirl stencil, just to bring the back of it down and tie it in a bit. Yeah, lovely. Darker than I thought it would be actually. Yep, so again, could put all sorts across the top. I'm not going to, don't want to bulk it out. Lovely. Those in there. Right, are we at the middle? We are. Right, I just want to put something there to hold that closed, and then I'm going to put the corners on with you, because everything in the back half will be the same as what I've done in the front half today. So I can do that off camera and then get you a flip through. Now what do I want in there to hold that? Don't suppose you'd be any good, would you? Or would you stay? No. We've got this which would do it. I suppose you could write on that as well, couldn't you? Yeah, I think I'll have that. I'm just going to, just like I did with that other one, just nibble the corners ever so slightly. I've got them on my book now. Gail Augustinelli, no, not Gail. Roxy Creations, what's she called? Rachel, that's it, Rachel at Roxy Creations. She does that all the time. I think it was her that I probably got it from. Nibbling the corners there, and I must admit I do like it. Yeah, that rain's really coming down now. Okay, so I'm not putting a lot on, and I'm not going to put it a long way under because it's not a really strong, it doesn't need a lot. Yeah, so that could have something written on it or whatever, couldn't it? Yeah. Okay, so what can I put in there? Just put a piece of paper in there in case, but I don't think it'll lose out. Right, and I will just do the front two corners with you, because again, the back one's going to be exactly the same. Now these are a bit squashed, oh, they all do. These are not corners that I've used before. I've used something very similar, but these I just got the silver ones. Right, so they're very wide. I find if you squash these corners with your pliers, they go out of shape, so they don't kind of squash evenly, they go all over the place. So what I like to do is they are quite pliable. Sometimes you go too far. I like to try and just bend them together a little bit. It was hard to show you what I did. If I can show you one. So I've made the angle a little bit, not much, you can do it. Can you see how I've bent that? It's so hard to show you. I've bent this one in a little bit, so see if I can show you one here. So that's the original one. Yeah, so you can see it will fit, but it will wiggle about. And this one I've just changed the angle to a little bit, and it's just that bit. It's more pointy and that little bit more snug. And the reason I do that is and I'm going to squeeze it in there a little bit as well. When I do that, it pushes it out again a bit. Okay, so I've squeezed it together a bit. Now it's more of a snug fit. And then all I do is put a blob of Fabri-Tac. So it kind of goes down both sides. Just layer it in like that. It is running slow, my Fabri-Tac, but that might be a good thing for this. Yeah, so it kind of coats the inside. I put it on and then I turn it round, and then I know I've got glue both. Is that going in or not? Got to decide if the lace is going in. It's not. Yeah, and then ever so slightly I just squeeze it with my fingers. Now you can do it with your pliers, but it's really easy to push them out of shape. So rather than them being held on by being squeezed on, which you can do, I prefer them to be not squeezed as tight. They keep the shape. Do that again, just bend it in a little bit. These bigger ones are a little bit harder to do it to. Let's try this one. Yeah, I prefer the glue to what's that like? No, it's not gone in enough yet. I prefer the glue to hold them rather than have them misshapen. I think I've lost all my strength. It'll just go and I'll go far too far. I'm squeezing it in now rather than... Yeah, can you see how it's still got that little bit of wiggle room? That's not what I'm after. Trying to push it together. And I really can't do it so you can see. Did that work? Not really. Usually they go really easy. Oh, there we go. That went in a lot. Yeah. Now when I put the glue in, then squeeze it out, it'll come out again. Yeah, so no wiggle now. Do you see what I mean? I hope you can see. I hope that made sense. And I've tried it many different ways. I've tried squeezing them on with the pliers, and I have had one or two good ones like that, really good. But I've had more bad than good. So you either waste loads of your corners, or you have, strange shaped ones on your journal. So then turn it round. So now I've got glue both sides, and I just leave them. I don't touch them, squeeze them or anything. Just leave them to do their thing. Oops. Yeah, so they're quite effective. So that's, if you've got one pointy and one not so pointy corner or something like that, they really do finish them off. Yep, so I'll have the same two on the back again. I'll let these dry, I think, before I turn it over. And then I'll put everything in the back that I've done in the front, and then you'll get to see a flip through. So thank you so much for staying with me through that. I hope the camera angle, moving the camera angle mid video didn't make you feel too ill. Chat to me please in the comments. Thumbs up would be lovely. But more than anything, I'd love to see you back here tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.